Our question is, how do I transition a traditional group to become missional? It's a great question. And just to encourage you, I've seen it happen in a lot of places, so it is possible. Just to begin with, it is possible to see a traditional group move to becoming very missional in how they function. So one encouragement I always give churches is to look at the past and to always celebrate it, and to say what we were doing was not bad or wrong. It was just limited in some ways. So that's going to be important language that you use with your more traditional groups as you try to transition them. But here are some things to consider that you're going to need to do differently if it's actually going to happen. One is that you're going to need to use new language that talks about making fully formed disciples, so that people get the sense that there's something more to what they've been doing. You're also going to want to set new expectations for your groups. Whereas they might have been doing a few things before, they're going to need to be doing some newer things, some different things, more things than they've done in the past. There's going to need to be new ways of measuring the health of groups than was in the past. And if they're going to not only think differently than they have in the past, but actually live differently, they're going to need new experiences. And so you're going to have to plan differently with them. And there's going to need to be a different level of prioritizing for the role that groups play in their life. That this actually needs to become central, needs to become primary, needs to become important if we're actually going to see fully formed disciples made through what was a traditional group to becoming something that is missional community-like. So it's going to require more potent teaching. It's going to require regular modeling, repeated experiences to create new habits. It's going to require ongoing coaching, and then a lot of prayer and supernatural help. And keep in mind, this is going to need to be an incremental process. I always tell churches, baby steps. Incremental, little steps at a time, growing a step at a time, again, moving from more traditional to becoming more missional.